TSR Subramaniam, former Cabinet Secretary, Amitabh Mukhopadhyay, former Director General CAG, Dr. Chandan Mitra, Editor-in-Chief of the Pioneer and BJP MP in the Rajya Sabha. Thank you very much. Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Member of Parliament and spokesperson of the Congress Party. Thank you very much. Dr. Chandan Mitra, to you first. Do you think the government overreacted in responding to the CAG in the way that it has? Well, after all, what is wrong fundamentally in what he has said about the brazenness of decision-making in recent years, about the need for a constitutional status for the CBI and the CVC? Was there something so flawed in what he said?
Well, you see, it is natural for the Congress to react in this manner because they have committed so many sins and these sins have been exposed one after the other. And therefore, Congress as usual believes in shooting the messenger and not addressing the message. I'm not surprised by the Congress reaction. They have been caught with their hands in the till, they have been caught with their pants down, and therefore it is only to be expected. So, but the demands made by the CAG, the suggestion that all these should be, the CBI, CAG should be constitutional bodies, and the Lokpal, if and when it is constituted, it should also be a constitutional body, which is a suggestion that Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself made. I think they are very well taken, and the Congress should have the courage to kind of walk the talk when that Mr. Rahul Gandhi had talked about, said in Parliament, and then make all of them constitutional bodies, give
walk
them
the talk,
so that the CBI walk the talk, and instead of the CBI reporting to the Home Minister the 7 Racecourse Road and 10 Janpath should actually report to the should follow the constitution, and while it should be accountable to Parliament, it does not have to be accountable to 7 Racecourse Road and 10 Janpath.
It's a strong opening remarks of Abhishek Manu Singhvi. The CBI should be accountable to the constitution, not to 10 Janpath, says Chandan Mitra. My question to you is, when Rahul Gandhi says, make the Lokpal a constitutional body, the entire Congress stands up and applauds him as having come out with a game changer of an idea. I think he called it a game changer himself. When Vinod Rai says the same thing about the CBC and the CVI, everyone in the Congress and the government is furious. Why, Dr. Singhvi?
Arnab, I don't think the issue has been understood at all, and I'm surprised, not even in your question. I can understand Mr. Chandan Mitra not understanding the issue at all. There are two parts of the CAG statement. Please show me one remark, one comment by the Congress as far as the second part of the statement is concerned. I want to make a sharp distinction. We have said nothing about it. It is the first part where he, at a public gathering, as a sitting constitutional authority, used subjective and completely opinionated phrases like appalling and brazenness. Now, we don't think it's a crime to say that, but having said that, you don't want us to even respond. That's the only response the Congress has given.
No, what is wrong with the comment about brazenness?
Not use these general phrases.
No, what is wrong with the comment on brazenness?
First point is, you just got a rolled up answer by Mr. Chandan Mitra, and your question also, the second part of it, was a rolled up one, as if you are castigating us, the Congress, for opposing constitutional status for the CBI and the CVC. That's not the issue at all. The first part of the issue is, should the CAG be saying things like that?
Why? What's wrong?
Respect begets respect. Constitutional functionaries all have Lakshman Rekhas. Our constitutional framers thought it fit to make a select few a constitutional status. How would the CAG feel if the Supreme Court every day was to make a remark about the CAG? How would the Election Commission feel if the CAG was to make a remark about the Election Commission every day, and the Prime Minister similarly?
So are you saying today that the government has every right to say whatever it wants about the CAG?
He can write his... 1 minute. No. Who said? I'm saying the CAG says something, we only respond.
No, you are responding.
Memoirs, CAG can... It's just... I'm just saying it's inapposite. That's all I'm saying.
No, one sec, Chandan Mitra.
For a sitting CAG to make a sweeping remark, I am not yet spoken
what is sweeping?
About the CBI, CVC...
No, tell me, Dr. Singhvi. Dr. Singhvi.
I'm prepared to debate that with you right now.
Dr. Singhvi, I'm ready to debate it with you. But Dr. Singhvi, my question is, he's speaking at an important forum where he says that the brazenness with which decisions were being taken in government is actually appalling. And he goes on to say also
Okay.
that with
Now
the
let me
Right
ask
to
you a
Information Act, the political executive has become conscious that they will have to be answerable.
Okay.
And each one of us will be held accountable. We are
I'm
conscious of that. I want to know what is so blasphemous
Nobody
in
is
what he
talking-
has said.
Yes, yes. Nobody is saying it. Blasphemous is your word. Nobody is saying he's committed a crime. Nobody is saying he's committed blasphemy. All I'm saying is, how would you react the same way, Arnab, if a Supreme Court judge said governance in this entire country is finished at a seminar at your Times of India?
He's not said
How would
finished.
you react?
He's not said finished.
Not
He's
because
talking
the
about
Supreme Court judge is
accountability.
saying wrong. Not because the Supreme Court is wrong, but because it may be, governance may be a mess in some areas. But it's just that we look upon certain authorities when they speak officially at public fora to use apt expressions, not to give self-opinionated subjective phrases. How do I answer a subjective phrase like appalling and brazen? If somebody has been brazen or not, he is facing the consequences, criminal consequences of that brazenness. There are authorities which are prosecuting him, courts which are looking into it.
Sir,
How is it that the
sir, I
CAG
find-
at a public function gives a sweeping indictment
Sir,
of the government? That's all I'm saying.
Dr. Singhvi,
It's
I
not
will
the right
not
thing.
make a
I'd say
sweeping
the same
comment
thing the
about-
Election Commission says
No,
so.
but Dr.
I'd say
Swami-
the same thing if somebody else says
No,
so.
Dr. Singhvi, I must observe at this point that you personally, Dr. Singhvi, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, you have personally taken the strongest position. You want a silent civil service as enunciated from your speech in the Lokpal. And let me quote you, Dr. Singhvi.
No.
Let me quote you. I'll quote you now.
Yeah.
Now I'll quote you, Dr.
Yes,
Singhvi. It's been a long time since I quoted Dr. Singhvi
Please
to
do,
Dr.
please.
Singhvi. Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi says in December 2011 on the Lokpal debate, please correct me right now if I'm wrong. Today, for these authorities, do the civil service rules apply or not? Did you say? Is a CAG officer subject to the civil service disciplinary rules? Obviously, he is. In other words, and this is during the Lokpal debate, you said, who is the controlling cadre authority of the CEC, the law ministry? Who is the
Exactly.
controlling cadre authority of the CAG, the Ministry of Finance? Who is the controlling cadre authority of the
Can I
UPSC, the
respond?
DOPT? In other words, you said without the finance minister's permission, Vinod Rai should not speak. That's what you're suggesting, Dr. Singh.
Nah.
That's what you're
That's the
suggesting.
problem, Arnab. You take one and you take another one and you add up to what looks like three. I said the speech is, every word of the speech I stand by. It's in the records. Please pluck it out. That paragraph which you are reading arose in the context. And this is very important point you've raised. And I don't think anybody who has understood the constitutional function system will object to what I said. To believe that constitutional functionaries are without controlling administrative authorities is a fundamental mistake we always make. The CAG is completely autonomous and independent in its functioning. But if he is to travel abroad, if he is to spend above a certain limit, he must get that sanction from his cadre controlling. If the election commissioner is to attend and speak at a Pakistan function, he has to get permission
Is
from
that
the NEA.
the issue? That's not the
meaning of
issue tonight.
democracy. Why?
That's
One
not the
minute.
issue tonight.
No,
That's
that's what you
not-
quoted.
that's not the issue
That's what
tonight.
you quoted. 1 minute.
The
You've
issue-
taken me to a
the
quote,
issue-
my
the-
quote.
Yeah,
And the
I'll
point
quote
I
you.
was making in that quote, now 1 minute. The point I was making in the quote, which I wish to repeat, is that
No.
independence does not mean lack of accountability,
Sir,
administrative, financial, and it happens to every one of
Sir,
us.
my
At the
follow-up
moment, we are
question
only
to that.
debating whether
My follow-up point. I have 3 raised hands and I haven't gone to TSR Subramanian, Amitabh Mukherjee. My follow-up question to that is financial, reporting structure cannot curb a person's intellectual independence to do his job. Because you said in that speech, and I never pick anything selectively.
No, we are not talking
you
about
said
it.
in that
No.
speech
Let me answer that.
You said in that speech, did you not? You said, who does the administrative authority lie with? The Law Ministry, Finance Ministry, or DOPT? And then you said that when the minister gets up in the House and seeks sanction for funds on the Consolidated Fund of India, he asks sanction for funds for the Consolidated Fund of India for the CAG. The Finance Minister does that. The political executive is answerable to Parliament.
Absolutely.
In other words, you are again diminishing the role of the
Absolutely.
CAG. And you may want tomorrow a CAG
No,
who is
no,
extremely
I'm
pliable, flexible, who does your bidding. Chandan Mitra gets the first rebut.
No.
Chandan Mitra.
One sec, can I respond,
You
please?
see,
Can
I mean,
respond?
I think
Arnab, rhetoric
Mr.
can't
Singhvi,
take, rhetorical flourish
Mr. Singhvi,
can't take the place of
despite his
constitutional facts.
experience
Let me
and
respond.
knowledge,
1 minute, please.
is just beating about the bush and talking of a lot of extraneous factors. I want to address the issue of brazenness. What has really pricked the Congress party? And you can see it from the comments of Mr. Singhvi and Mr. Digvijay Singh, who is not known to hold his tongue on anything. And what are the main point? Because they are upset with this charge of brazenness. But Arnab, you know and I know as journalists, what was the extent of brazenness in 2G? What was the extent of brazenness in CWG? What was the extent of brazenness in Colgate? How this Colgate, how were the mines allotted? How the auction route was shelved completely, although the Prime Minister himself had proposed it, and at will it was given out to private coal miners at free of cost. We know how 2G happened, and you see, when Mr. Digvijay Singh, for instance, alleges that leakage of reports from the CAG's office, mind you, again I say you know and I know, and journalists would all know that all these reports about the shenanigans of the telecom ministry in those days who have been widely reported in the media. CWG was taken up by you and your channel in a big way. Colgate was first broken by your sister publication. And so, we all know it has nothing to do with leakage of reports. The reports only confirmed what was in the public domain.
And my question is...
The brazenness was truly appalling, and I am further appalled that Mr. Singhvi, who is a very, very well-known lawyer, should actually be arguing that in spite of all that has happened, that CAG, CVC and all these bodies should not be independent. They should all be subservient to political authority.
No, what's